everybody. Thanks for joining the webinar. This is your revenue potential Pepperjam Send. I'm Robin Gardner, Publisher Development Manager. Our Publisher Development team, the efforts that the recruitment, support, and making sure that publishers are empowered and informed to make good decisions in growing through the affiliate space. That is really the goal of today's webinar. You're informed on how to use these three simple tools to empower yourself to make good decisions and run the affiliate space. Please submit the question tab in the chat. We're going to address the questions at the very end of the webinar. So with that, we'll go ahead and get started. The first we're here is your first impression, which is building and maintaining your partner profile. Building and maintaining an accurate publisher profile is really important for two essential reasons. First reason is that in the advertiser dashboard, brands are served right fit partner recommendations that are curated using our internal platform called Discover. And this platform includes all sorts of performance metrics that we can provide through the dashboard, as well as the data that you input into that publisher profile. So these up-to-date details mean that you'll appear in the most relevant search results. So this is really the very first step in building these valuable partnerships so you can start earning commissions. The second reason is that your profile is sort of like a first impression for advertisers, in that when they're in the platform, they can quickly view all of the information that you provided in that profile, so they can decide quickly if they want to build a partnership. So we want you to be thorough and specific. And the fields that we want you to be thorough and specific in include your website description, because we want to make sure that you're providing brands an overview that gives them a first impression of your site. List any additional websites that you have in here as well. So if you've got social media profiles, or if you've got multiple review sites, this would be a great place to include them. Your promotional methods, this one's really important. We want to make sure that you're as accurate as possible. We have a lot of different you can choose from, like paid search or search engine optimization, direct mails, social media, all of that good stuff. It's very tempting to check them all, but make sure that you're only checking the ones that you are actively engaged in when you're filling out that profile. This is important so that you show up in relevant searches and to set the right expectation with our advertisers. And if you want to make any change down the line, if you decide that you are going to pull back from a promotional effort or start adding something, maybe you develop more social media profiles or a toolbar or something like that, contact Publisher Care for support. You can help get that straightened out. This is a great way to expand wedding information for advertiser partners. And the last important setting in here is that these don't necessarily look really important. There's just a couple of top rules in the platform. These allow you to receive administrative teams and the advertisers directly. So it's important to make sure that you have those set correctly. And this is part, so it's important to audit your profile as well. So if this profile is not a set it and forget it sort of item here. Especially now that we're heading into holidays, this is a really good opportunity to just skim through and make sure that you have all of the correct details that we just talked about. Making sure your company name, website, description, your social channels, etc. Also making sure that your contact information is accurate, making sure that advertisers who are seeking relationships can get a hold of you quickly, and then also making sure that your payment details are complete and correct, because we use that information to process payments as well. You may see like a red light on your, or a red banner on your dashboard login saying that a W-9 is necessary, or your tax information needs to be updated. Make sure that you address those as quickly as possible as well, so that we don't end up being a bottleneck or creating any delays in getting payments to you. Again, some key items here would be your name, primary email, mailing address, tax ID and W-9, your preferred payment method. Defaults to PayPal. If you'd like to change it to a different method, like paper checks or direct deposit, you will need to contact Publisher Care for that. You can do that at publisher-support@pepperjam.com. And the last recommend take a look at is managing views if more than one. And so texting on but it's not the only content that you do. Using the way to get that content monetized. So if you have, as you can see in the example here, if there's a necklace or a bracelet or a pair of shoes or any specific item that you'd like to promote, provided that you are joined to the advertiser's program, all you have to do is click the little bookmarklet that we'll detail here on our next slide in order to create the link that you see there. That tracking link will automatically populate. You copy and paste that information into your promotional method. Here we have a quick rundown on how to implement and install the link generator. 2 steps. One is to log into your dashboard. Use that left navigation to get to tools, and then once you're in the link generator page, you're actually going to click the Pepperjam link generator button and drag that into your toolbar. Once that's in the toolbar, you will just use the button itself in the toolbar to generate those deep links. Again, it's very important that you must point into an advertiser's program for the link generator to work. It's also important to note that you have to navigate directly to the advertiser's website in order for the link generator. So make sure you click any email ads or Google ads or any other promotional materials before creating that link. And if you guys have any issues with the link generator, please make sure you contact our publisher-support@pepperjam.com. We're more than happy to help you walk through it. So to talk about 2 very straightforward tools. The last one here is you're not familiar, we have several attribution tools that we offer to advertisers. Legacy affiliate tracking only lets you get paid if you're the last click in the stream. Pepperjam is technology that supports dynamic payment, so you're rewarded for the impact that you have on a transaction, regardless of where you were in the stream. So we're going to talk about 3 of the dynamic payment tools that you can use these as a bargaining chip with brands. We recommend using these tools in conversations. So we've got dynamic commissioning, exclusive code, and preferred publisher. We're going to talk about them in that order, sort of most abstract to least abstract here. Dynamic commissioning. Dynamic commissioning essentially makes the payout model more multifaceted, where it was completely earning all of the commission. This now sort of lets you maximize your earning potential based on your promotional strengths. So if you think about your promotional strengths, maybe it might be something like you drive high order values, or maybe you're able to do specific due to your audience, or maybe technology that you have available. Maybe there's a specific item that you are really looking to push with your audience. These kinds of details are going to help you negotiate higher commissions with advertisers, because this now gives you a step in order to sort of push forward your ability to promote and achieve those goals. So when you reach out to brands, it's important to ask the brands about their goals. So an example would be if an advertiser has a goal of driving a higher average order value, they may be able to implement a payment threshold that increases commissions based on transactions that reach a certain revenue amount. An example here would be a 2% commission increase on sales over $150. So this is something that they're targeting. Don't be afraid to ask about pursuing these commission-based thresholds with them, and propose an opportunity that you can provide where it would drive a higher order value and earning you a higher commission on an already high order amount. And it's important to note that advertisers implement, even if this isn't something that they're doing with every publisher in the space, this is a chance for you to talk about yourself and the unique opportunity that you provide, and they're able to set this up as an individual commission term for you. Sharing your mobile and desktop stats is also a great way to optimize. It is common for advertisers to pay out differently on mobile versus desktop. So if you're seeing a higher amount of mobile orders through apps or mobile optimized sites, social media is a great example of this. Let the brand know what you can do to promote them, and use this to negotiate a higher commission rate for any orders put through them. Using social media, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, any place where you're very active, this is a great way to monetize this sort of captive audience. And the last bullet we have is identifying creative opportunity. This basically are what specific creative that you want to use. You may have a very high traffic, so there's a lot of clicks, maybe not super high conversion, or seeing great results with another brand, and you want to get a brand to shop. It's a great way to reach out and offer a custom commission based on a specific creative, or even offer a custom creative and then a special assignment. That was a lot of information. In short, we can commission on anything, so we encourage you to reach out and ask about the different opportunities to make sure that you're properly being rewarded for the traffic and the transaction. So we've got a quick here built around dynamic commissioning. So you're going to see a few examples of this, and this is essentially what we would see as a proposal for an advertiser. So you're going to see the example campaign. We're going to include some complementary incentives, which would either be a part of or go along with the example campaign, and then some placement suggestions. And these would essentially be what the publisher partner would provide in exchange for the deliverables from the advertiser. So in this case, for dynamic commissioning, we're looking at a campaign that lasts anywhere from 30 to 90 days with a 5% commission increase and baseline cookie duration of about 30 days. That's what you'll find in most Pepperjam programs. And then in anything that would run along with this would be commission increases, which are already included, potentially a product for review or giveaway on your site. This could be combined with a discounted media fee. If you normally charge some sort of slotting fee for placement, we'd recommend combining this with some kind of and if you do any sort of search engine optimization or paid search bidding, you could couple this with trademark rights. Essentially, all of these are things that you could provide in order to get the advertiser or request from the advertiser to get them quickly. In exchange, be providing things like on-site exposure, users, mobile-only features, social media mentions, reviews and demos, etc. Again, the point here is to make sure that we're providing the advertisers with enough information early on to get them to say yes quickly so we can ramp your time to revenue. Our second deliverable here is exclusive promo codes. Exclusive promo codes, these are really cool because they offer a couple of really cool advantages here. So they reward the individual partner for commission whenever it's used. So if you have a code that is assigned to you, you will receive full credit for the transaction anytime that code is used. The beauty of this code is that a click is not required. So even if your code is scraped by another publisher and that publisher reverses, you will be able to get paid. Since no click is required, they're really, really great for sharing on social media. Use them in social captions. You can mention them on a podcast. You can overlay them in images, any custom imagery that you have. You can put them in show notes, video notes, etc. Essentially, what this means for you is that it increases your earning potential, and this is a great bargaining chip for you. So if you have potentially you're earning a lower commission rate than you'd like, maybe you can't get that 5% commission increase, you could use the exclusive code to help increase your volume, your conversion volume, and help supplement that instead of the lower rate. And we've got a few tips here to negotiate an exclusive offer from an advertiser. One is to make sure you're contacting them using the contact information through the Ascend form. It's important to note that when you log in, you can report to advertisers on the left-hand side and find My Advertisers. All of the contact information will be listed for any joined partners that you have. You just got to click on the tile. Make sure you contact them, clearly outline what your promotional efforts will be and what those placements are going to be provided in exchange for an exclusive offer. You want to make sure that you make very specific requests around the offer. The actual offer itself is going to be a discount, free shipping, gift with purchase, things like that. Make sure that you ask for a clear duration and what the actual code is. It could be your site's name, your name, or potentially the brand name, maybe with a number to reflect the discount associated. You just want to make sure that it's something that resonates with the advertiser's audience and your audience. And it should be clear that not every advertiser can provide promo code. Essentially, if they can provide a code, if you've seen them do it before, they should be able to provide you with one. Here's the use case for an exclusive code. Again, an example sort of campaign here. So we're looking at something that will run about 30 days with this specific 20% discount code with your site. And we have dynamic commissioning rule here as well, an AOV threshold. So essentially, you could have this maybe free as a way to incentivize your users. So the site has you can recommend posts and your shares that this code will not only get you free shipping. Complementary deliverables that will run along with this would be commission increases, products for your giveaway, trade marketing rights, and discounted media fees, and some suggested placements to go along with that are varied for this particular deliverable, since you can just mention the code and still get credit for it. So podcast, radio, print, these were great offline. Social media mentions and stories or caption style posts, any sort of on-site exposure, and you can use these with the traditional tracking link technology as well in your newsletters and on-site exposure. And the home here now with our last item here, which is preferred publisher. Preferred publisher ensures that the partner designated as preferred receives credit for the transaction if you appear anywhere in a given clickstream. So only one publisher partner can be designated as preferred publisher. So these campaigns are typically shorter, and I say shorter mean not evergreen. We're looking at 30 to 90 days here. So they're shorter and surrounding the exposure. So these are really great for leveraging high organic traffic with low conversions. That's really important. This is a great way for you to identify those. Keep in mind that no other publishers are going to get credit for the transaction where you appear in the clickstream. So that could be first, middle, last, wherever you're going to be in there. A great example would be if you maybe introduced a product into the clickstream, a review early on, and someone buys the product 14 days later. As long as you're in that stream, you will receive credit for it. So keep that in mind when you are pitching preferred publisher opportunity. This is a really significant negotiating chip, and it should generally be tied to sizable placement opportunity, because this is something where you're going to want to invest research into this due to the fact that you will 100% conversion rate. So in negotiating preferred publisher campaign, we have a handful of tips here. Make sure again that you're contacting the advertiser. Clearly outline the promotional efforts again, bearing in mind that you're going to increase conversion rate based on the traffic that you're driving. We generally recommend something that would normally be mid to lower tier placement campaigns, something that you would charge paid media for, using that as a way to test this out. This is also a really great way to build up to a paid media campaign in the future. If you're already seeing high traffic and you can boost the conversion, you're then what you can do organically on a performance basis. And once they've seen that, they now have a use case for paid media opportunities with you going forward. And here we've got a sample use case here an example campaign being anywhere from 1 month to full quarter. A commission increase requested to help offset some of the costs of the traditional placement. And then again, in this the dynamic commissioning rule of the revenue threshold to help bump up the commissions that we're earning because the order values will be high. Again, some complementary deliverables included there. Oftentimes, product or discounted media fees are included here. And in exchange for a preferred publisher campaign, we would definitely recommend a mix of some of these suggestions. So, whether it's dedicated newsletters or gift guide inclusion, gift guides are extremely popular this time of year. So if you have not already put one together, this is a great chance to include some advertisers, especially with they starting a little bit earlier than normal this year, right around mid-October, as we've got Prime Day around the corner. We're going to see more advertisers jumping into the fray and being more aggressive here. So gift guides, social media mentions, and specific banner promotions. And those banners could be across multiple platforms as well. Those could be in your newsletter, and on the site. The end of our webinar here, we did call out that we have the 12 days of affiliate holiday planning coming 2 weeks free to provide you with daily pro tips for maximizing results on holiday shopping season. This is going to begin on Monday, September 28th. So you can sign up just by popping open your camera and scanning the QR code there on the lower right of the screen to get started. You have through the questions toolbar here, so I'll just read those off. The first one is, I have a pending application with a brand that I want to include in a holiday gift guide. What should I do? We're always happy to help. Either the publisher support team or I will help you get in touch with the brand. We can either help or share that contact information. Us at publisher-support@pepperjam.com. That's the best way to make sure that it gets to us and doesn't fall through the cracks. And exclusive codes tracked in my TikTok posts. The short answer is yes. It will. The long is these will track across any social media platforms. As long as you are joined to a program and you have an exclusive code assigned to you, it'll work. You'll get paid on any redemption of the code, even without a click, anytime that code is used. Makes it great for TikTok, social sections, podcasts, videos, especially more. big fan of the other per free shipping or additional discount threshold.
Okay, we have another question. It's from Janet. Oh, Janet, yes, this will be provided. We are recording this webinar, and this is sent out to all registrants in a thank you email. So, from Pepperjam, it'll be in your inbox soon. Anybody else? All right, Robin, thank you so much. We will be sending this recording out to you guys. Like I said, so keep an eye on your inbox. And thanks again, Robin, for the presentation. That was fantastic. Guys, stay safe, stay healthy. Robin, we'll catch you next time. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you for attending. We really appreciate it. Stay safe out there.